Don't go near the train. It was a warm spring day on the island of New Florida, and the trains were being really useful on the tracks with their passengers on board. Amtrak was being useful on the corridors by taking passengers of where they needed to go. A new engine was coming to meet Dodie, Kimmy, Bryn, Kelly, Meta, and Holly. They were very excited. "Hello, you guys. My name's Misty," said the engine. "I'm not covered in mist. My name is just Misty." "Exactly right," said Mr. Cakester. "You seven need to collect the train of 134 freight cars." "We can do that, sir," said Kimmy. 134 freight cars is a lot, controlled by all of us. They were right. And they puffed off to collect their train. "Goods train, here we come," they all said at the same time. They hooked up to Kelly, Meta, and Holly. "All aboard and ready to go," they all said at the same time. And they puffed out of the yard. There were deadheading train cars in the rear. They were going to the yard for renovation. So Misty, Dodie, Kimmy, Bryn, Kelly, Meta, and Holly hauled all the cars in unison. They clattered behind and were being really useful. The train was really long, but the engines carried on. They were heading to a census-designated place in Flatport. They were delivered safely and on time. They were soon uncoupled, and Misty, Dodie, Kimmy, Bryn, Kelly, Meta, and Holly puffed off with their load. I bet we can deliver this train in unison, they all said. They clattered through the mountains with all of their weight. And then they passed an Amtrak train. After the goods were delivered, Mr. Cakester was pleased. "You all did a good job," said Mr. Cakester. "Working in unison is what I approve of on my railway." Then a commuter train came into view with engines on both ends. The leading engine was controlled by the driver, and the other engine was controlled remotely by the same person. "How is that possible?" said Misty, and then she backed up. "Dry clothes!" she wailed. And then she didn't see the freight cars until it was too late. "Okay!" they shouted. And they rolled backwards down the tracks. Into a pair of buffers! "Is everyone all right?" asked Misty. "You can see me when I orbit around the parking lot." Mr. Chimley would like that. Then a little tiny train came up to pick up all the salt. And Holly pulled the freight cars back onto the rails. "I bet orbiting the parking lot is fun," she said, "since I saved these freight cars." After they were pulled back onto the tracks. And then the salt was loaded into the engine's freight cars, and it set off. "I'm stood right here," they laughed. Meanwhile, Sasha was taking her passenger cars to Wensinghouse Union Station. It had been a busy day for her. After the train was delivered, she told the engines all about it. "I've heard all about the happy accident that happened," Sasha said. "Those hopper cars went out of control and derailed." "We know it," said Holly. "We won't say that again." "I won't either." And Sasha steamed off back to Nutham Sheds.